Hey y'all, it's your girl Daphne on your one mic check 1 2 1 2. Um, usually do a podcast show titles, but I'm gonna start doing a personal podcast for the ladies. Um, it's definitely a title that we need to have a Queen's channel. I want to have a Zoom channel. I was talking to one of my friends, and we were actually coming up with a scenario where we want to do a little show. So moving forward with that, I want to touch bases on y'all on a couple of things. I want everybody to know how my life's been going since, there's been a lot. So it has been a lot going on with myself in my situation. But at the end of the day, God is with me. I'm strong. I'm beautiful. I'm powerful. I am more forceful than anything. I am a force to be reckoned with. So, with that being said, I can't let anybody tear me down. And I want to let you ladies know, no matter how hard it is, and when you're in a relationship or anything, you don't have to be sorry for being a good-ass woman, first and foremost. And second of all, you don't have to apologize for doing things that you want to do. Third of all, you don't need to apologize for expressing how you feel, because sometimes men don't get it. And I think till this day, they're still not going to get it. You know, you try so hard to put the pieces together, and at the end of the day, it's like, damn, where do we go from here? Like, I done cried out everything. I done talked out everything. You know, we women go through a lot of emotions. And that's why men think we weak in some form when we express our emotions. Damn that. Ain't no weak bone in my goddamn body. It's to the point where now it's like you need to be heard, and if ain't nobody hearing you, you gotta talk louder. And it's just like I said, ain't nobody perfect in relationships or anything like that, or being a friend. You know, sometimes I lack on friendships that I had with people, but sometimes I lose people that I was friends with because they weren't loyal to me. With that being said, it's like, shoot, sometimes when the ball is in your court, you gotta dribble that motherfucker. Like on some real shit. You can't count on the next person to figure out your whole lifespan. So it's like, where the fuck do you go from here? Like, for real. And it's definitely better left unsaid, you know, because at the end of the day, sorry, I'm parking my car. So at the end of the damn day, we're all women. We have feelings, damn it. And I feel like if a man don't want to listen, hey, tell him to turn the other cheek and bye. It's like you tried everything. And you know what's so bad is when a woman been in a relationship with somebody for so damn long, sometimes, like you said, you jump through her hurdles or whatever. But the year span that you've been with a person, man, listen. My thought is this, you know, like I said, and what I was going through, you have to learn to just get back to your original self. You got to get back to the person you was before you jumped into the relationship with anybody. You have to find your inner self. You have to go beyond measures to make yourself better. Being bitter all your life is not going to work, honey. Being bitter and being mad at the world because the situation don't work out, yeah, that used to be me. Yeah, that used to be me. But at the end of the day, I say like this. I've done all I can. I did all I can. And I'm still doing all I have to do to make it in this world. When you find out who a person is that you've been around for so many years, anybody, family, anybody, when they show you who the hell they are, you better fucking believe them. And yeah, I am being distraught because we all want to be heard. Okay, it's one thing when you're going through something or before you're breaking up in a relationship. I'm going to start there. And that's why I be trying to say it'd be a waste of your time, you know, and you feel like you stupid because you still trying to fight what the solution to the problem is, and it still ain't answering. Now, look, let me tell you something. When you with a man, especially a man that you love, and, you know, even though y'all been through the bumps and hurdles or whatever the case may be, sometimes it's rough, sometimes it's rougher, but I always was believed by my mom and dad, or my dad, especially my dad, because he was a man. Like, I learned all my sense from him. Not saying that my mom didn't have no sense, but I'm just saying, like, as a man perspective, my daddy was a man's man. He fought for his family. He didn't care what was going on. We was rough through the patches, everything. He stood by his wife. He took care of his kids. He was a good husband. He was a great father. And I learned all my craft from him and my mom, because my mom was strong. That's where I get my strength from. So this is what people don't understand. If y'all knew how y'all know, my mom was nothing to be reckoned with. So me and my sisters, we ain't nothing to be reckoned with at this point, because we got that from my mama. She told us she ain't raised no soft girls. She raised some hardcore girls. And when you're in a relationship with a man, your heart can be genuine. And it's like when it's being taken for granted, you have to sit back and ask, why did it happen? Even though you say, I said everything I had to say, I wanted to fix it. A woman always want to fix her family. That's what a real woman does. I mean, scratch off all the other shit. When a woman goes through something, you have to say, what did I do? And it's like you can be the loyalest person on this earth. You can be faithful. You can be loyal to that person through the whole time. And when people say you be together forever and forget forever was a short time, you still question that. Like, why? I'm still trying to figure out that question because I got no answers. But what I want to say to my women is that y'all are beautiful. Y'all are so strong. The women that think they won because they got your man, they didn't win. They in second place. I'm just saying, when sometimes men are regretful for the decisions that they make. I'm not saying all men, but some men are. When you have a good woman by your side, even if y'all fought through the trenches together, you've been there for him. You had his back. You went hard for him. You did everything you could for him. You stood by his side when he was sick. It don't even matter. Little things that we have a problem with that try to, cause a rift in a relationship, it has to be fixed. Because nothing is going to be solved if you don't answer this question. If you don't say to yourself, we need to fix it. Now, me, I tried. There's so much I can say. But at the end of the day, I'm not ashamed to admit if I was a little hectic, or maybe I was a little mad, or in a relationship that took a turn, but it wasn't that bad where, we had to say we quit. I never understood that. But even so, when a man feels like they need to step out their box, maybe they out there looking for something, and maybe they think they out there getting green money, but they end up with raggedy pennies. Like they say, the 80-20. You think you're going out there getting 80, you end up with 10. Forget 20, you get 10. Because that person ain't going to put up with more stuff than what that person, your last person, did with you. When you've been a mother, a stepmother, and you're still doing things for the stepchild, and you're still being a mother, and you still got to move, and you still got to move forward. Even if you become a single person, a single woman, and it's a new experience. But you know what? I've always said to myself, if anything went bad in my situation, I would turn it around and make it something good. Sometimes you have to turn that other cheek and say, you know what, maybe let me see what I can do to make this situation better. It don't even matter. Forget about that man for a second. Get back to yourself, and that's what I've been doing. Honestly, I don't tell people what's going on with me. I try to figure it out because, it's certain people you don't say things to, but some people you tell to. But at the end of the day, I know that it ain't all peaches and cream, It's like I'm over it and I'm starting. It's not like I'm starting over, but I'm finishing what I started. I'm continuing my self-health. And that's the most important thing. And I want to let you ladies know that you can do the same. It can be tough. It can be a heartbreaking experience. But if you that strong and you say, you know what, God, I get it. I see why you put this in me. But you still wonder, why did it turn left when you was only trying to make it right? Why did it go the other way when you could have made it the other way and on the other side? I don't even think a man knows that. When you see a woman that was trying to work with you, still wanted to fight for her family, and then you just take her as a fucking joke. You take her kindness for weakness. That bothers me. In reality, that bothers a woman. And you feel so stupid. And you prying and you're trying to make it work. And he's still like, well. And it's like, what else can you do? You're all out of options. But I'm going to say this, because God ain't finished with me. God is not finished with me by a long shot. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I still got goals and I'm succeeding. I got better things coming to me. Don't nobody realize what I'm finna do. Because once I do it, that's why I'm doing everything in silence. Because when y'all see me on TV, y'all gonna say, yep, that's Daphne. Yep, she did that. She said she was gonna do it, and yes, she did it. That's gonna be, no. That's not a prediction. That's gonna be a spoiler. For everybody who ever doubted me and said I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. Well, trust me when I tell you, and when I come back on top, even if I'm on the top by myself, I'm swinging by myself. I'm going to be hanging by myself. Even if it comes to that point where I don't be with nobody but be with Daphne and find my own inner self, that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm not worried about what my ex or anybody else is doing. I'm going to be worried about me because at the end of the day, I know I'm special. I'm a diamond in the rough. I sparkle every time. And I'm going to sparkle through everybody that had any doubts in me. I'm sparkling, baby. That cheese is going to be drizzling. Because that's all that cheese I'm going to be making. All that drizzle is going to come all the way down. All that drizzle of success. Because that's what I'm going to get paid for. It's coming. So stay tuned. Because this ain't over. This new chapter, this been a new chapter. Shit. This is... I'm narrating this on this next chapter of the next year. I promise you. For my family and my kids, I will definitely show y'all what it's about. Y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna be like a New York steak, baby. I'm gonna sizzle. I'm gonna sizzle through everybody. I'm sizzling through success. I'm sizzling through everything. I'm gonna be cooking. You better know it and you better ask somebody. Y'all stay blessed. I'll keep y'all updated. Peace.